In this video from Shop Stuff, we're taking a closer look at the stock control functionality on the SRS range of Casio cash registers. So the machine has, in addition to all the standard features, it also has a basic stock control function. You can add stock, deduct stock, overwrite stock, and then also run a stock report. So what I'm going to do is just explain to you how you set this up, and then have a look at the reports that you can get out of it, and then explain a few things about the limitations. So if we look first of all at the machine itself, on these machines you have 25 buttons here which are department buttons. So a department is a category of sale. Now these buttons could just be open buttons, so you can type in a price and then sell a item through the department without having individual items programmed in. In addition to that, you can also have what are called PLUs. So a PLU is an individual product, and each PLU will belong to a group. So you can sell your PLUs in a couple of different ways. You can either type in a PLU number, so that is PLU1, PLU20, or if you've got barcode scanning with the register, you can simply scan the product barcode and the description and price will appear on the sale, so you get a receipt printout of all that information on. So obviously that's quite a neat function. What the stock control does is it basically allows you to enter a stock figure for each individual PLU. So it's not to do with the departments, it's purely for individual products. And then it lets you do a stock report to see how much you've got left of certain products. So if we now look at the program inside of it, we'll turn the key around to the PGM position, and then if we go into PLU setting, and then we'll look for our list of PLUs and see which ones have got a minimum stock set up or a stock figure in there. So this is porridge oats. So you have when you're programming PLUs, just quickly run through this, you have the description, price, tax status, and then the department that it links to, so it must link to one of these departments. In the advanced section, you then have the minimum stock and also the barcode, so that's the barcode for this particular product, and we've set the minimum stock to 10. We now come out of that and have a look at one more. We go into the Thatcher's 10. That's part of Department 5 because it's drinks. And then we have no minimum stock for that, but if we set that to 10, you don't have to have minimum stock, but you can do. And then there's a barcode there for that product, so that's done. And then if we go into one more, I've got some books pre-programmed in, there we go. So each of those, we'll just look at the last one, description, price, department 10 because that's my books department, and then in advanced we'll have minimum stock and then also the barcode. So we come out of that by pressing subtotal. So the stock control isn't a big feature on the machine, but it's a neat little feature. So you probably won't find it referred to in the manual, and then it's not obvious how to do any of the stock functions, but we'll have a video tutorial covering all aspects of that. So if you wanted to add stock, so if you want to say my Thatchers, I've got some stock in and I want to add some stock, or if you were doing this for the first time, so the first time you come to do your stock, you're entering your starting stock level, you would type in the X mode to subtotal. You then scan the barcode or type in the PLU number. So this is my porridge oats. So we've currently got 1 in stock of that. I know I've got 20, so I want to add 19 to get it up to 20. And then I press my CA amount 10 button, and that takes the porridge oats stock to 20. You can repeat that process for each of your barcodes. So Thatcher's 10, I don't have any in stock on the till, but I know I've got 20 in stock. So 20, cash amount 10. The same with my book over here. Scan that, say -2. Now what that means is I had none in stock and I've sold 2. So you can see there are limitations of the stock functionality. you can have minimum stock set up, and you can have a stock alert come up as well to say you haven't got these in stock so you can't sell them. But that's a bit overkill really, because obviously if you're scanning the product you've got it so you can sell it. We know our stock of the Wisdons is 10, so we can add 12, press cash amount 10 and then subtotal to finish. We'll just have a quick look at what's printed out. So that was the add stock process. So porridge oats, PLU number 2, old stock was 1, I've added 19 so my stock is 20, and then Thatcher's 10, old stock 0, new stock or added stock 20, so now I've got 20 in stock, and then the same process again with the Wisdom. You can also deduct stock as well, it's easy to do providing you know the process. So again, in the X mode, which is where all the stock functions are carried out, you would press 2 subtotal, you then scan the barcode or enter the PLU number. In fact, I'll do the PLU number version so you know how to do that as well. So you type in 20 for PLU 20, and then that brings up PLU 20, hit the PLU key, then you type in the amount of stock you're deducting, so 1 in this case, then you press the RF button, and then you finish with cash and subtotal, and that's deducted that stock line by 1. So you can see there on the printout, PLU 20, no spin, there's a book, old stock was 50, I've deducted 1 maybe because 1 was damaged when it arrived, so my new stock is 49. So that's the basic way of entering stock and deducting stock. You can also overwrite stock as well, but if you need to do that you can look at one of our technical videos. The other thing you can do is run a stock report. So in addition to PLU reporting, PLU reports are useful because they'll run off a report telling you how much you've sold of each product and the total value, but it's not really stock because it won't say how many you've got left. So to run the stock report, it's in X mode again, 64, and then cash amount 10, and the report will print out. PLU stock report. So it doesn't. It only shows positives and negatives. So it doesn't show anything that's got a 0 stock figure. But you can see it's timed and dated. It's got the item description. The figure here, so the top figure in each one is the minimum stock level. So that's 0 because I haven't set a minimum stock level for papers. It's telling me I've got 1 in stock. Porridge oats, minimum stock level is 10, and I've got 20. Thatcher's minimum 10, got 20, no spin, no minimum stock, I've got 49 in, and so on and so on. So you can see it's fairly basic, it's not like super advanced or anything, but it's a neat function on there. I'll sell a few items and then just leave that stock report there, and then we can just have a look so you can see that it definitely works. So there's a few copies of that book. A few ciders, some porridge oats. We will tender off that sale. We'll go back to X. So just like all the other reports on the machine, the stock report runs in completely separate to the financial report, so you can run the stock report at any time without worrying about the financial side of it. There we go, that's the second report. So we can see that I've sold a few items, the stock's gone down on the porridge oats and everything else that I sold. The interest of that little asterisk there on the Wisdom basically means that I'm below my minimum stock quantity. So it's come up with the asterisk, it's kind of a warning to say, well, you've put a minimum stock in, you've actually got less than what your minimum stock says. As standard, that doesn't cause a problem. You can carry on selling the item, and it will just keep taking 1 off your stock every time you sell them, and it will run into a negative as well. So the stock is quite basic, is 1 in, 1 out, you add stock, and then the till deducts it every time you sell it. There's no purchase ordering or anything on the system. You can set it to have an alarm on if you want to. In fact, I'll show you that now. It's not, I don't think it's that good a feature. It's like really annoying. If you go to general setting and then down to, so you can actually take, if you don't want stock, then you can totally take it off, so you can prohibit stock, so it just zeroes it all out. You can have the minimum stock alert on, really easy to activate. What that does is, when you go to reg and then try and sell something that you haven't got in stock, it just keeps coming up with the error message. You can ignore it, so you can carry on selling. So it's let me sell 3 of those books. Yes, it has come up with the error message, but it has let me sell them. So if I then ran another stock report, that would say that the Wisdom was now down to 2 in stock. Be interesting to see, can you go into a negative if you've got the warning set up? Yes, you can. So I've sold another 5. It's just basically the error comes up. It's a bit annoying, but it still lets you use the machine. So yeah, that's the functionality of the stock control on these machines. It's a neat little feature. As I said, it's not a big feature of the machine. You've got a lot of information already in your standard sales report. So in your in the X and Z mode, you've got a daily sales total, you've got journal information, and then you've also got the periodic reporting. But it's neat that a till at this price has some form of stock control on it. So yeah, if you need any more information on these tills, check out the website shopstuff.co.uk. Check out the playlist, I'll put this in, because we'll have lots of features on the machine, and it's easy to do one sales video and miss out a lot of things. So there'll be half a dozen sales videos on these. So if we don't cover anything as well, feel free to drop us an email or give us a call, and you can always subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.